Hello folks, and welcome back to the Forge. It's been a long while since I did a video. My apologies for that. I took on some new responsibilities at my other job, where I'm a paramedic, and I don't know, just hadn't got around to making a video. Still making knives, but haven't made a video. But today we're going to try to make one up right quick. I want to make just a simple little skinner. Got a piece of 3/16 high carbon steel here. It's been laying out here long enough to catch a little rust, but that's okay. The heat of that forge will take care of that. Let's get it hot, smack it a few times and see what happens. All right, let's get this started. Got the big hammer out. Gonna start by drawing out a point. As always, working it from both sides. Got to keep that thickness. Keep that thickness pretty even. Don't want to let it get away from you and get too thick. There we go. Draw the point out. I want kind of a sweeping blade, and I want a good upturn on the tip, so I need a good taper. Now I'm just going to mark 4 inches on my anvil, so I know where to set down my choil between the handle and the blade. And that's going to be where the finger well is. Hammer it down. Keep the thickness the same. A little more. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Pretty satisfied with the way this preform's coming out. Add a little bit of shape to the handle. It's not looking bad. Set it up here. I'm going to mark my length because the handle's just a hair longer than I wanted it to be. And I've used my hardy tool to cut off handles before in my videos. So I think today I'll cut it off with a chisel. First we got to add just a little more shaping. Just to even the profile up a little bit, so I don't have to do too much grinder work. I'm going to find a chisel. Yeah, this one's dull, but I guess it'll do. Yeah, it'll do. Find a scrap of steel so I don't mar the face of my anvil. Come on, I know I've got a little scrap here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Maybe when I do my next video, I'll use that piece to make another knife. Now I'm just going to chisel most of the way through. I don't want to cut it completely off. There we go. Get that out of the way. I can just hang it over the end of the anvil and break it off. Yep. Now we're going to work in our bevel. I'm using a cross peen to pull down the heel of the heel of the blade. Done with that. Now we'll just switch back over to the other hammer and pull down our edge. You can see as I pull it down, it's going to start sweeping that point up the way I wanted it to. Try to keep things even. Pretty good. There we go. That's pretty much the profile I wanted. Just going to use a little hammer and take out some of the hammer marks. Pretty good. Now it's kind of crooked. So take just a minute and straighten things up. Don't believe I've ever come out with a blade that was quite that crooked right after forging. Just hammering it out, getting it straight. No need to rush. It's actually pretty good. Let's warm it back up and we'll normalize it. Little piece of fire brick, keep it off the anvil so the anvil doesn't work as a heat sink. Now I brought it up to not a bright yellow, but a yellow. It's kind of a dull yellow. It's hard to see the colors in the camera, but it's kind of a dull yellow. Don't have any air blowing on it. I'm just going to let it lay there and cool to black. I know this is a stimulating part of the video. I'm sure it's riveting entertainment for you folks that are watching. So we're going to warm it back up. Now we are at a orange heat. And again, I'm going to let it cool to black. Some people let their blades cool to the point where you can actually touch them by hand, handle them by hand when they're normalizing. I don't. As long as it's cooled down to where it no longer has color, I go ahead and move to the next step. Now I brought it up to red. So I've stepped down in temperature with each normalization cycle. Brought it down to red. Now at this point, I will let it cool to the point where I can handle it. Okay. I brought it out to the grinder, did a little cleanup on the profile, and that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I got lucky. Got a nice sweeping blade edge for skinning. Just a little bit of a bump right there. It makes a good place for the thumb to rest. Handle's going to be comfortable. It's not too big, not too small. It'll hang on the belt just fine without taking up too much room and getting tangled on things when you're walking through the woods. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've stuck around this long, be sure and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content. Leave us a comment in the comment section. I haven't done a video in so long I kind of miss reading little comments. God bless and have a great day.